Hello friends, now we are going to study the advantages of HVDC. So there are many advantages of HVDC over HVAC. So first one is corona will be less. The first one is corona will be less in case of DC. Corona will be less in case of DC. Second point is chances of fault is very less in DC. The chances of fault is very easy. Fault is the chances of fault is very less, basically is very less. And the third point is the we do not need reactive power compensation in between. We do not need reactive power compensation in between. And more, fourth point is we know that in parallel combination with parallel combination if AC and DC will improve the stability. Let us assume how. This is the DC and upper line is AC and the lower line is DC, and we have been studied that when we connect the HVDC line in parallel with the HVC line, so the power can be transferred more. Power can be transferred more, and system can be stable more. So this is how we are going to see. So guys, we know that in case of parallel combination, this will depend as independent control and this will depend as independent control. So in general, maximum amount of power has been transferred from this AC line and very few amount of power has been sent from this HVDC. But whenever the fault occur, let us assume fault occur, the problem was that the PE was exactly instantly become zero and the PA is equal to PM minus PE when P becomes zero. So all the mechanical input is used to increase the acceleration of motor. So what happened? The system can be unstable. But when these DC line is connected in parallel with AC, so these two circuits are different. So whenever the fault occurs in AC line, all the power is transferred to from DC, and all the power is from DC. At that point, the PE is not equal to zero. Power is basically transferring. Means power is transferring during the fault in AC line. So PE is not equal to zero. So at the time of fault, the system was becoming unstable. But this time, at the time of fault, all the power is transferred from this HVDC line and PE is not equal to zero. So our system will become more stable because PE is not reducing. Even we can make delta is equal to nearby 60 to 70%, means PE is equal to P max sine delta. In general, delta used 10 to 40 degree, but with the help of this HVDC in parallel with EHVAC, we can increase to 60 to 70%, and we know that P is equal to P max sine delta. So delta will increase, means our transfer will increase. So this is the fourth point, how we use HVDC in parallel with EHVAC so that we can improve the power transient stability. So now the fifth point coming to the point, basically same insulator can be used can be used in higher voltage of HVDC. How? So let us assume an insulator that can bear up to 200 kV, that can bear up to 2 kV. So now when this will utilize in AC, this is utilized in AC and this is bearing 200 kV, means the operating voltage would be what? This is the maximum voltage it can bear. The maximum voltage it can bear means the voltage of operating voltage must be 100 kV, so that 2 Vm, we use 2 Vm to protect the insulation. We use insulation 2 Vm. So if the operating voltage is 100 kV, so the insulation will be required 2 Vm, and we have seen this in current chopping phenomena. So But if we will use this insulator in case of HVDC, so it can be used for at least 150 kV or 175 kV or 180 kV. So higher voltage, for higher voltage we can utilize the single insulator. So this is the basic advantage of HVDC. So this is all about the advantages of HVDC. Thank you.